Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something huge. It's really reshaping, well, everything online, isn't it?
It really is.
We're talking about this AI knowledge revolution. You know, the move away from just getting that page of blue links in Google
Right.
to actually getting like a direct answer, a synthesized, coherent answer from an AI.
Yeah, a full explanation.
It feels like the biggest shift since PageRank basically invented the rules almost 30 years ago.
It's definitely up there. And look, for anyone who creates content, manages knowledge, deals with customers online, this isn't some future thing. It's happening now.
Right.
So what we've done is pull together sources that really break down two key things. First, how the tech evolved, how we got from basic keywords to AI actually understanding meaning.
Okay.
And second, how this tech is being used now, specifically looking at things like chatbots versus these newer, much smarter AI assistants.
So our mission here, for you listening, is pretty straightforward. We want to give you that deep, actionable shortcut.
Yeah.
We're going deep into the mechanics you mentioned. Retrieval-Augmented Generation, RG. We need to unpack that.
Absolutely. RG is critical.
And then connect that tech to the actual strategic shifts you need to make. Content strategy, technical stuff. How do you stay relevant?
And that's the crux of it.
Yeah.
The whole game has changed. It used to be about getting that click, right? Optimizing for the blue link.
Yeah, definitely.
Forget that. Now it's about being the source, the trustworthy, authoritative source the AI picks to build its answer on.
So if the AI doesn't use your content,
You're invisible. It's basically all or nothing for visibility in this new answer-first world. You need to be the fact the AI relies on.
okay, stark warning. Let's rewind then. To understand this jump, we need to see where we came from. So search started super basic, right? Just keyword matching.
Oh, incredibly basic. Early days, it was Boolean logic. Does this word appear in the document? Yes or no?
Functional, maybe, but probably pretty frustrating.
Deeply unsatisfying, often. If you searched how to manage customer relationships, it literally just counted those words, didn't understand the idea.
So how did they start to make it better, make it more relevant?
Well, the first big step was injecting this idea of relevance. And the technique was TF-IDF, term frequency inverse document frequency.
Okay, TF-IDF sounds a bit technical. Break that down for us. How did it actually help?
Think about it like this. If you read a document and the word "the" appears 100 times.
Means nothing, yeah. It's everywhere.
Exactly. But if the phrase quantum entanglement appears 100 times.
Okay, that tells you something specific about the document.
Right. TF-IDF was a way to mathematically capture that intuition. It looked at how often a term appeared on your page as the term frequency part. But then, crucially, it compared that to how often the same term appeared across all documents out there, the inverse document frequency.
Ah, so it downweighted common words and boosted rarer specific ones. It figured out that specialized terms carry more meaning.
Precisely. It added a layer of context by understanding rarity, helped identify the specialized stuff.
But still just looking at the words themselves.
Still purely text-based, yeah. The massive leap, the one that really defined the web as we knew it for decades, was PageRank.
Ah, PageRank. That changed everything. Suddenly, it wasn't just about the words on your page, but who was linking to your page. External validation.
Yeah, late 90s. PageRank was brilliant. It treated a link like a vote. If lots of important authoritative pages linked to you, you became authoritative too.
Sort of a web democracy, in theory.
In theory, yeah. Authority, based on those incoming links, became the absolute king of ranking signals.
But let's be honest, that led to years and years of trying to game the system, didn't it? Link building, SEO strategies focused purely on acquiring links.
Oh, absolutely. The moment you define a metric, people will optimize for it, sometimes in ways that aren't helpful.
Right.
PageRank was amazing. But eventually, yeah, link schemes, link farms.
Yeah.
People focus on getting the links, not necessarily on creating the best content for the user.
Which kind of forced the next evolution, didn't it? Moving beyond just links and simple word counts towards actually understanding meaning.
Exactly. Even with TF-IDF and PageRank, the old system had this fundamental flaw. It didn't get semantics. It couldn't grasp nuance.
Or synonyms or what the user really meant.
Right. The classic example still holds up. You search Apple. Is it the fruit? The Beatles record label, or, the biggest tech company on earth.
And the old search just gave you a mix based on keyword counts and link authority for all of them.
Yep. You, the user, had to figure it out, sift through the noise. That inherent limitation, that user frustration is what really fueled this current shift.
The need for answers, not just links. And that's where these big language models, the transformer models, came in.
That's the turning point. Transformers allowed systems to understand context, that a word's meaning depends on the words around it. BERT, around 2019, was the first big public leap.
BERT, I remember that. It helped Google understand longer, more conversational questions better.
Much better. It moved from just what words to what's the relationship between these words. Understanding the grammar, the prepositions, the intent.
Okay, getting closer to real understanding.
And then things accelerated. Models like MUM came along in 2021. MUM wasn't just understanding language, it could generate it too.
Ah, setting the stage.
Exactly. Setting the stage for the large language models, the LLMs we have now. These are the peak so far. They don't just point you to information. They synthesize it and give you a direct, coherent answer. They cut out the middleman, that list of links.
Which brings us right back to that core point you made at the start. It's not about the click anymore.
Nope. It's about being the foundation, being the trusted source the AI uses to construct its answer. Okay, so if you want your content to be that foundation, you absolutely have to understand how this AI search actually works under the hood. It's not magic. There's a process, usually in 4 key phases, and you need to prep your content for each one.
All right, let's break it down. Phase 1. Processing the natural language query. This is where the AI figures out what I actually mean, right? Beyond the keywords.
Precisely. This is natural language understanding, NLU. The system analyzes everything, the words you use, the phrasing, maybe even the implied tone to figure out your intent. What are you trying to accomplish with this search?
Give me an example. How is NLU different from just matching Apple price?
Okay, so old search sees Apple price, finds pages with those words. NLU sees Apple price and might interpret the intent as, I need the current retail price for the latest Apple iPhone model with standard storage, even if you didn't type all that.
Wow, okay. It's inferring a lot more.
It understands the underlying need, so the takeaway for content creators is huge.
Yeah, I mean, stop just stuffing keywords onto a page.
Exactly. Your content needs to answer real human questions. Think about the actual problems people are trying to solve, the full range of intent behind a topic, not just the words they might type.
Got it. So once the AI understands my intent, phase 2 kicks in. Retrieval. How does it find the right info now, if not just by keywords? You mentioned vector search.
Right. This is where things get really different. Forget primary keyword matching. Now we're talking about vector search and embeddings.
Okay, embeddings, vectors. Sounds very mathy. Make sense for us. How do these numbers represent meaning?
Okay, imagine you could take every piece of content, every paragraph, maybe even sentence, and translate its meaning into a long string of numbers. That string is a vector.
Like coordinates?
Kind of, yeah. Think of plotting all these content pieces on a giant, multi-dimensional map. But the map isn't based on location. It's based on semantic similarity. Concepts that mean similar things end up close together on this map.
So golden retriever puppy might be plotted near new dog owner tips, even if the words are different.
Exactly. Their meaning is related, so their vectors are numerically close. Now, when you ask a question, say what toys are safe for young canines, the system turns your question into a vector too. Then it just searches that giant map for the content vectors that are closest to your question vector.
Ah, so it finds conceptually similar content, even if the exact words don't match. It understands young canines is close to puppy.
That's the power. It overcomes the synonym problem, the vocabulary mismatch. Traditional search would struggle unless young canines was literally written in the document.
Okay, the content instruction here feels pretty clear then. Focus on semantic richness, cover concepts thoroughly. Don't obsess over hitting exact keyword phrases.
You got it. Obsessing over keywords is optimizing for a dead system. Build conceptual authority instead.
Which brings us to phase 3, answer generation. This is where RAG, Retrieval-Augmented Generation, comes in, the synthesis part.
Yes, RAG is the heart of it. Because raw LLMs on their own have a tendency to, make stuff up, hallucinate.
But right, we've all seen examples of that.
RAG is designed to fix that. The LLM gets 2 things, your original question, plus those relevant chunks of text it retrieved from trusted documents in phase 2.
Ah, so its own vast knowledge is augmented, guided by specific retrieved facts.
Exactly. It's constrained by the real-time data it just found. This is the grounding process. The answer must be based on or grounded in those retrieved facts.
So the LLM isn't just recalling information, it's actively synthesizing an answer using the specific snippets it was just given.
Correct. Its role shifts. It becomes less of a know-it-all and more of a sophisticated summarizer and synthesizer, sticking to the script provided by the retrieved content.
And for this to work, for me as a user to trust that synthesized answer, I need proof. That's where citations come in.
Absolutely critical. Good RAG systems include citations linking back to the original source documents where the facts came from.
It's not just good manners, it's verification.
It's transparency and trust. It lets you click through, check the source, and it tells the AI, this source was reliable enough to use. Being cited means you won the trust competition for that query.
Okay, so if we want our content to be that cited source, the instruction is be precise. Facts need to be clear, easy to find, well-structured, make it easy for the AI to pull out clean, accurate snippets.
Think bite-sized, unambiguous facts. Clear definitions, structured data where possible. Make it easy for the machine to grab the right nugget of truth.
All right. And the final piece, phase 4, the feedback loop. The system keeps learning.
Constantly. It doesn't just deliver the answer and walk away. It watches what happens next.
How does it collect feedback?
2 main ways. Explicit feedback is obvious. You click the little thumbs up or thumbs down on the answer.
Okay, simple enough.
But the implicit feedback is arguably more powerful. The AI analyzes your next move. Did the answer satisfy you? Did you ask a follow-up question that built on the answer, showing success? Or did you immediately rephrase your original question, maybe slightly differently?
If I rephrase, it signals the first answer didn't work.
Exactly. It signals failure. That feedback, explicit and implicit, goes back into the system. It fine-tunes the retrieval algorithms, maybe even the LLM itself.
So if my content consistently leads to good answers that stop the user needing to ask again, the system learns to trust my content more over time.
Precisely. It's a long-term loop. High-quality, satisfying content trains the AI to see you as authoritative and reliable for that topic. It reinforces your position as a preferred grounding source.
Okay, we've journeyed from basic keywords to the complexities of our app. Now, let's make this super practical. What do content strategists, marketers, SEO folks actually do differently now? Let's maybe start by quickly comparing the old way versus the new way, side by side.
Good idea. So, old search, get a list of links. New AI search, you get a direct answer written in a natural language.
Old understanding, based on keywords. New understanding, based on NLU, figuring out the user's actual intent.
Right. Old search, mostly stateless. Each search is separate. New search retains context, remembers the conversation, allows for follow-ups.
Like talking to someone who remembers what you just said.
Exactly. And finally, old search gives you separate pieces of info you have to combine yourself. New search synthesizes info, potentially from multiple sources, into one coherent response.
That comparison makes the shift really stark.
Yep.
So the first big principle for adapting seems obvious. You have to think humanly, write like people talk.
That's rule number 1. This whole system is trying to mimic human conversation, so your content needs to feel conversational.
How does that translate into actual writing?
It means structuring content around questions people actually ask, using natural language. Focusing on the whole user journey for a topic, anticipate the next question, provide a complete answer, solve the whole problem, not just target one specific keyword phrase. Think topic coverage, not keyword density.
Even though we're writing for humans, the AI reading it is still a machine, right? So there's a mechanical aspect too, principle too. Think mechanically.
You absolutely have to. Make it easy for the machine to process your human-friendly content. That means structure.
What kind of structure?
Think bite-sized chunks. Clear headings, H1s, H2s, H3s that logically break down the topic. Clear navigation. Make sure the RE system can easily find and pull out those specific facts it needs for grounding. Don't bury key definitions in long, rambling paragraphs.
So like using clear Q&A formats, definition lists, maybe tables for data, things that are easy to parse.
Exactly. Structured content is machine-readable content. Remove friction for the AI.
Okay, so write conversationally, but structure mechanically. This also seems to completely validate the shift away from old SEO tactics like keyword stuffing.
Oh, totally obsolete. Worse than useless now. Probably hurts you.
And towards this concept of EEAT, experience, expertise, authority, trust, this is the new quality benchmark.
It's everything. EET is how the AI decides if your content is trustworthy enough to use as a grounding source. It's your new visibility score, essentially. If you can't demonstrate EET, you won't be chosen.
Let's unpack EET a bit more. How does an algorithm even judge experience? That sounds subjective.
It looks for signals of first-hand involvement. Did you do the thing you're writing about? Show. Don't just tell. This could be unique photos or videos of a process, original research data you collected, detailed case studies with specific results only you would know, citing your own practical application.
So it rewards actually doing the work, not just summarizing what others have done. That hits content forms hard.
It should, yeah. Then there's expertise. That's about demonstrating deep knowledge. Is the content comprehensive? Accurate? Does it use precise language? Does it handle complexity well?
Okay, depth and accuracy. Then authority, is that just links again?
Links and mentions still play a role, sure. Is your site or author recognized as a go-to source in this field? But it's also about internal signals. Clear author bios showing credentials, organizational backing, maybe awards or recognition, establishing credibility.
And finally, trust. The foundation.
Absolutely. Is the site reliable? Accurate contact info, clear editorial policies, does it cite its sources? Is the information consistently correct? Is it secure? It's the overall dependability factor.
So the action item for content teams is huge. You need to weave proof of all 4 EEAT elements into your content and your site's overall presentation. Prove you're credible.
You have to. Because when the AI has multiple potential sources for a fact, it's going to default to the one that signals the strongest EEAT.
But I have to ask. We talked about PageRank being gamed. Is EEAT just the next thing people will try to fig? Are we going to see boilerplate our experience sections everywhere?
It's a fair question. People will always try to optimize, but here's the difference. Faking genuine experience is much harder than faking a link.
How so?
Because demonstrating real experience often requires unique assets, original data, photos of your results, specific details you can't just paraphrase from somewhere else. An algorithm is getting better at spotting generic rehashed content versus something truly original and firsthand. It raises the bar significantly. The rewards shift towards genuine practitioners.
Okay, that makes sense. It's a higher barrier to manipulation. Now, let's talk tech pitfalls. Even with great EEAT content, things can go wrong. H1 headings are still important for topic signaling.
Definitely. Basic structure still matters.
But you mentioned a big one, the JavaScript gotcha. What's that about?
Right, this is a common stumbling block right now. Traditional search engines like Google got really good over the years at rendering JavaScript to see content that loads dynamically.
Yeah, they can pretty much see pages like a human browser now.
Mostly, yes. But the retrieval systems used for ARA in many current AI models often need the text fast. They're optimized for quickly grabbing text snippets and creating those vector embeddings.
And if the text is hidden behind JavaScript, that needs to run first.
It causes problems. If the core facts, the definitions, the key data points aren't immediately available in the initial HTML source because they rely on complex JavaScript execution, the retrieval process might miss them. Or it might be too slow, and the system gives up or grabs something less accurate but faster to access.
Wow, so even if the content is perfect, if the AI can't read it easily and quickly because of a JS rendering delays?
It can't use it for grounding. It can't tell the story using your facts. Your amazing EEAT content becomes invisible to the RLH process.
Okay, crucial takeaway for the tech teams then. Ensure your core factual content is present in the initial HTML payload. Don't hide essential grounding information behind heavy client-side rendering if you want the AI to find it.
All right, let's pivot now. We've talked about optimizing our websites and content. Now let's talk about using this AI tech actively in tools that interact with people, customers, employees. There seems to be a lot of confusion here, particularly around the term chatbot.
Huge confusion, and it leads to bad decisions. Look, the goal for any business is efficient, correct information delivery, right? Solve the customer's problem fast, help the employee find the policy instantly.
Makes sense.
But people use chatbot as a catch-all. It masks a massive technological difference between the old, clunky rule-based systems and these new, genuinely intelligent AI assistants. Understanding that difference is key strategically. Okay, let's clearly define the old way first. Traditional chatbots, what are they really?
Think flowcharts. They're built on decision trees and predefined rules. If the user says X, respond with Y. If they say Z, offer options A, B, or C.
So very limited. They can only handle exactly what they've been programmed for.
Exactly. A very narrow list of questions or tasks. If you step outside that rigid path, they just break. They don't understand anything unexpected.
And the business result of that rigidity is usually frustration.
Total frustration. The bot fails to understand your natural question. It forces you into that awful menu loop. Did you mean 1, 2, or 3?
The menu prison, as you called it.
Yeah. And inevitably, the user gives up and types agent or human or just mashes 0, which means the bot achieved nothing except maybe annoying the customer.
So zero productivity gain, maybe even negative impact on satisfaction, and the human agent still ends up handling the simple query anyway.
Precisely. It completely defeats the purpose. That's why that tech is essentially obsolete for any real conversational task.
Which brings us to the future. AI assistants. What's powering these?
They're built on the advanced stuff we've been talking about. Natural language processing, natural language understanding, machine learning, deep learning. They don't follow rigid scripts. They understand meaning and predict likely responses.
And what can they do that traditional bots just can't?
Okay, 3 big things. 1, they learn. They get better over time by analyzing interactions. 2, they have memory. They remember the context of the conversation.
So I can ask a follow-up question and it knows what I'm referring to.
Exactly. If you ask about returns, then ask, does that include sale items? Oh, no. It remembers the returns context. Huge difference. And 3, they can often take action. They can integrate with other systems to send an email, update your account, file a support ticket, not just provide information.
Let's make this concrete with that Janice scenario from the source material. Janice wants to know about upgrading her service plan using a specific promo she got.
Okay, Janice goes to the traditional bot. She types naturally, hey, I got an email promo last week for the gold tier upgrade. Can I use that?
What happens?
The bot flounders. It sees keywords like promo and upgrade, but they don't fit its neat little boxes. It replies, I understand you're asking about a promotion. Please choose 1, FAQs, 2, billing, 3, tech support, 4, speak to agent.
Menu prison. Janice probably sighs, clicks something random, or just types agent, right?
Yep. Total waste of her time. She's annoyed.
Uh-huh.
And now, a human agent whose time is expensive have to handle this simple eligibility check. Bad outcome all around.
Okay, now paint the picture with a proper AI assistant. Janice asked the exact same question.
The AI assistant uses NLU, phase 1, to grasp the intent. Check eligibility for a specific promotion. It likely uses retrieval, phase 2, to quickly check Janice's account details against the promo rules stored in its knowledge base. Then, using Edge, phase 3, it generates a helpful, personalized answer.
Like what?
Something like, Hi, Janice. Yes, I see the gold tier promo email you received. Based on your current plan, you are eligible. The offer is valid for another 2 weeks. Would you like me to apply the upgrade to your account now?
Wow. Night and day. Answered the question, personalized it, confirmed eligibility, and even offered to take the next step.
Exactly. What's the business outcome there? Janice gets an instant, correct answer. No frustration. The human agent is never bothered.
So you get faster resolution, lower costs because the agent isn't involved, and probably much higher customer satisfaction. You can actually measure the ROI.
Absolutely. It comes down to that balance.
Yeah.
Humans provide complex capabilities, but AI provides massive scalability for the routine stuff. These AI assistants deliver real measurable value by handling volume quickly and accurately. Rule-based bots just create bottlenecks.
And this isn't just for customer service, right? The value applies internally, too.
Oh, hugely. Think about empowering your employees. An AI assistant can give a new hire instant access to complex procedures or HR policies without them needing to hunt through documents or ask a colleague.
Democratizing knowledge internally.
Exactly. It can put a smart conversational front end on clunky old legacy systems, making them usable again. And it helps bridge skills gaps. Maybe a junior engineer can quickly get information on a complex standard that normally only a senior expert would know just by asking the assistant. It makes specialized knowledge more accessible. #outro. So if we boil down everything we've dug into from these sources, the AI knowledge revolution really demands action in 4 core areas. You listening need to be thinking about these right now.
Okay, let's recap them.
1. Shift your focus from keywords to concepts and user intent. Think topics, not just terms. 2. Make EEP your absolute priority. Prove your experience, expertise, authority, and trust in everything you publish. That's how you get chosen as a grounding source.
Got it. Concepts over keywords, EEAT above all. What's 3?
3. Technical foundations matter. Ensure your site is easily crawlable. Especially watch out for that JavaScript issue delaying content rendering. Make it easy for the AI's retrieval system.
Right, the JS, gotcha. Don't hide your facts. And 4.
4. Structure your content specifically for AGI. Use clear headings, lists, Q&A, bite-sized chunks. Make your facts easy for the AI to identify, extract, and use accurately for grounding its answers.
Concepts, EET, crawlability, and RAG-friendly structure. That's a solid framework. And underlying all of this is that dynamic element we touched on, the continuous learning, the feedback loop, the memory in these systems.
That's what makes this so different from static search rankings of the past. The system is constantly adapting based on real user interactions. It remembers context, it learns which sources lead to satisfied users.
It's not just reflecting the web, it's actively learning from how we interact with it.
Precisely. It's a dynamic knowledge ecosystem now.
Which leads us to a final thought, something for you to mull over. If these AI systems are constantly learning from every interaction, using that personalized feedback to get smarter, and remembering context across conversations, how does that fundamentally change what information authority even means in the next few years? We're moving beyond just synthesizing the past. What happens when the AI doesn't just answer your question, but anticipates your next need, proactively guiding your journey based on its learned understanding of your intent? That shift from reactive answers to proactive predictive guidance, that feels like the next truly profound leap.